Michella Chester here for NCAA.com. I'm joined by Kerri Walsh Jennings. It's an honor to be with you today, and you're a Stanford alumni and a decorated Olympian. When you look at your entire career, how do you look at Stanford and your time there?
Oh my goodness. To be quite honest with you, Stanford became the launching point for everything since then. The culture of excellence, of teamwork, of accountability, all of these things really were just bred into me, and I've taken it with me every single step of the way. So to watch them compete the way they did last night in the semifinals, and to watch them tomorrow as they take on such an amazing Wisconsin team, it brings me back, and the legacy is strong and continues to get stronger, and I'm just a proud product of that culture.
You mentioned that your ability to keep going with volleyball is because of your true love for the sport. Yeah. Can you elaborate on that true love and why you have such a love for it?
Man, it's just in me. When something's in you, it's kind of hard to put into words. But, I was thinking, so I've been playing since I was 10 years old. I'm 41. So 31 years I've been playing volleyball. And if you were to ask me would I do it all over again, knowing everything I've been through, to see it all on paper, I'd probably be like, God, no, you'd be crazy. Broken bones, dislocations, like broken hearts, leaving family, all these things. But then I take a moment and it's like, no, I would do it all over again. When you love something so much, you're willing to go through hell. You're willing to suffer the pain because you believe. And that love makes you it makes you invincible to a certain extent, So I will do anything for love. I think that's the best way to live life is with all your heart. And volleyball, has just been so good to me, and I'm devoted to it.
I know you have some Stanford loyalties, but looking at this Wisconsin team that will face them in the national championship, what do you see in that team?
Wisconsin, they're just so steady and they're so together. Obviously, they're amazing. They're great blockers. They play the whole game in such a complete way. So I think it's going to be a battle tomorrow night. I hope that they both teams recognize that they've done the hard part. Now they can just go and compete and be free and enjoy the moments. But it's going to be a great match. The Wisconsin team kind of has my heart because of what a unit they are. And so I hope they leave the court tomorrow, whether they win or lose, with a lot of pride because they deserve that.
The Stanford team has won 2 national championships, even when this senior class group were freshmen. Yeah. How special do you think that group is?
They're incredible. It's been really fun to watch their growth as a unit, and obviously their leadership that they provide on the court within this season is incredible. Going through the adversity they've gone through, I think a lesser team or a more fractured, less united team would have crumbled under that pressure and under that adversity. But the leadership is too strong. The faith and the knowing within the team is so it's so powerful, and you can see that. So I'm very proud of these seniors. They all have such a bright future ahead of them in the sport, outside of the sport, and it's going to be fun to cheer them on tomorrow, hopefully to victory. And then my cousin is a junior, and Kate Formico, she's number 11, and she's been growing up with the senior leadership, and I just feel so stoked for her because she is seeing an example of what's possible and what true leadership is, and it's going to serve her well next year when she's leading the team.
Let's talk about Catherine Plummer really quick. Yeah. She might go down in some record books near your name. What do you see in her?
Catherine, she's just a special athlete, she's just there to compete. You can see the focus in her eyes, and I really appreciate her game. She's a very tall girl, she takes up a lot of space, and she takes it up with grace. She leans on her teammates and she makes them better. I just came from the All-American banquet, and everyone in that room knows that she deserved to be at that table and on that stage, and yet she wasn't up there because of her injury, and it just kind of made me sad for her. But then I'm like, Misty May had something similar, and Misty to me is the greatest of all time, so Catherine's in great company, and she can leave, NCAA and the world without a doubt tomorrow if she keeps performing as she has her entire 4 years. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud that she's a Cardinal, and I'm excited for the future, whatever it holds for her.
Do you have any predictions for tomorrow night?
Well, I hope it's a great match. I really do. I think both teams deserve that, and I gotta say Stanford in 4, and I want to say Stanford in 3, but Wisconsin, they're not going to go down without a fight, and I think the Cardinal have the advantage a little bit.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Kerri, and making me feel extremely small. I am standing on a box, but I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas.